I'm the National Greco-Roman Program Director at USA Wrestling. This is Kenny Haight, our National Development Coach. So we're going to go over two-on-one stuff. I'm going to go over some two-on-one. I'm going to show some different entries and control positions. And then from there, we work into some techniques. So in the two-on-one, it's super important. It's a position that you can use in any type of wrestling, any type of grappling, but especially in Greco-Roman wrestling, it's very important. And a lot of times you can build a strategy just off of this one position. I can grab it and I can use it to wear a guy down. I can use it to set up other techniques, just to control a position. If a guy's coming at me, I can use it to slow him down. There's a lot of different things that I can do with it. So as far as the entry to the two-on-one, there's a lot of different things, and it depends on where his hands are going to be and the style of wrestling that we're doing. So if we're doing Greco-Roman wrestling, we're both controlling the elbows. What I like to do is I'm gonna move to the hand. So I'm gonna come here. I'm controlling the wrist and I'm controlling this elbow right here. So I'm just going out and I'm attacking here. I can also come where my thumbs are pointing towards each other, coming over this forearm right here, controlling the wrist, controlling the forearm. I can also approach with my chest and I'm just grabbing it like this, one hand stack on another. Where I'm stacked right here and I got my elbows in. So there's a lot of different ways to be able to get to that two-on-one. So after I get the two-on-one, like I get my grip, and then the control is I want to get his elbow. So we turn here, I'm trying to control this elbow. You know, and there's different ways to do it. In fact, I used to like to choke up here on the shoulder and just squeeze this really tight to control it. I've changed my philosophy so that I like controlling the elbow here. It gives me more flexibility and it gives me more control. And also it's harder for him just to dig out and get an underhook. So if he's trying to attack this, I can shift my position, I can turn, and I can still control this elbow. So from this position, I'm controlling the elbow, I'm controlling the wrist. I want to be able to be coming behind him. From here I can push, okay, I can pull. I'm in a good position where as I circle around him, he's going to have to square up, he's going to have to keep fighting here to not relinquish control there. So that's a really good position. Again, I'm just controlling this wrist, controlling the elbow. And I got the two-on-one, and now I'm engaging my legs. Push, pull. So different options. So the first thing I want to do from here is just an arm drag. So I've got this position. I'm going to create a little bit of space here with the wrist. I got the elbow here. Now I'm going to take this hand and instead of staying on the wrist, I'm going to come up here, behind the armpit, and I'm going to pull him across my body. Okay, I don't want to kind of chase around it, but I'm coming here, push, pull, just drag, and I'm controlling that hip. So I'm reaching all the way around to this hip. My hips are tight to his, and I'm going to pull down. We get that control position, we get that takedown. Push, pull. So I'm getting to that arm drag. And again, it's really important that as I'm getting to this arm drag, again, it's high. If I'm trying to drag low here on the elbow and I pull, he can pull out, he can circle up, he can stop my attack fairly easily. The higher I go on the arm, the less mobility he has in the shoulder, and I can turn his torso. So that's what I'm trying to do. So the two-on-one high here, dragging him across, and then this hip is really important, and my hips in are really important too. If my hips aren't in, if my hips are out, same thing. He can turn and face me. And I'm gonna have a hard time finishing the technique. So that's why I want to make sure I drag here. I've got this hip, my hips are hugging his hips, and then it's weight down on that arm to pull him all the way. So there's a lot of other options here too. Another option is from this two-on-one. Okay, I can push, I can pull. And I'm just going to change levels and I'm going to attack the body. Change levels, grab at his waist here, and then I'm going to shrug my shoulder and drive through him. So the big thing is, when I'm doing this, I want to get below this elbow. If I'm here, and I'm just trying to reach right here, I'm giving up underhooks, I'm giving up position. I want to pin that arm next to his body, so I got to drop my chest low enough to trap that elbow up against his side. Get in here and push in. I'm going to change my level. See, now I've got his elbow, it's like right here on my collarbone. Now I keep my head up, pull tight here, and I can look to reach and grab this other hip right here. And then I'm going to pull in, I'm going to shrug my shoulder and drive through him to get my takedown. Okay? So that's just a body attack. In 2-on-1, push, pull. And the good thing about these techniques are they're really low risk. I'm not risking anything by making these attacks. I'm just attacking the arm, attacking the body, and I'm not leaving myself open to really any attacks from him. There's not a whole lot he's able to do. Another good thing in this position is, let's say he's fighting the 2-on-1 and I want to take control back. So let's say I'm here, he's trying to take this 2-on-1, I'm controlling the elbow. So what I can do is I'm going to step my foot in front of his, in between his legs, split the legs. I'm going to bump with the hip, and then I'm going to re-tack this wrist after I bump with the hip. So he's feeling my wrist, bumping, and now I've got control of this 2-on-1 again. Again, he's attacking it. I'm just using my hips to get position. He attacks. And I'm really hitting him with that hip. It breaks his position, and then it lets me set that 2-on-1 up again, and then I can look for other options. So I'm here, he's fighting it, you know, front leg whip here, and now arm track. So you can start putting these different 2 and 3 type of combinations together to attack. So there's kind of a little of an introduction to a 2-on-1 and a couple of techniques that you can go to off of that. And again, these techniques will work in greco-roman wrestling, folk style wrestling, freestyle wrestling, other types of grappling, submission wrestling. So play with that. Hope you're able to weave that into your arsenal. Have an awesome day.